Welcome to our satellite digital media for the Professor B. We're here at the Stanford Regional. We have here Kevin Cannon, voice of UC Santa Barbara Gouchos baseball. Santa Barbara went 23-7 conference play. They went 43-12 overall. We saw each other a little over almost 4 months ago up on the hilltop at the University of San Francisco, and opener of that season. A lot has happened since the last we met. Unfortunately, circumstances, Giratano ended up getting fired with a lot of the controversy up there, unfortunately, and yours truly not there, associated, affiliated with the program no more, but you guys played very well against the Dons, my old team.
Thanks for having me, Brian. It was opening weekend, wasn't it? Against San Francisco. I think the Gouchos took 2 out of 3. San Francisco won that Saturday game. And they had a decent season. The Dons a little trouble with the staff. You made it to your conference tournament, just couldn't pull it out. Lost that first game.
Right.
Gouchos have had a great year.
Yeah, just tell us more about the UC with the Gouchos, though. You guys had a great year.
We did. So, second conference championship in the last 3 years. Won 40 games for the third time in 3 years.
That's 43 wins. That's there's no playoff, right? So,
correct.
So winning 43 games in a 56-game schedule, that is the equivalent of winning over 100 games in Division I baseball. If you figure the 56 games and you round it up to that winning percentage of 162 games, that's like winning 103 games.
It is. It's a lot of wins. They won 4 split every single conference or every single series that they played throughout the year. Won 14-0-1 on weekends, and 40 wins, third year in a row. And we only played 55. We lost 1 game. We're supposed to play Yale in the middle of the season. Had to reschedule, so we wound up playing 55, but no conference tournament. Regular season champs, outright champs, and here we are.
This is going to be a tough road ahead for you guys, because you're going to have to go through Stanford to get to the get out of this regional, and they're ranked second, hottest team in the country, 16 straight wins. Their last loss was against the St. Mary's Gales, who also reside in the West Coast Conference.
Stanford's tough. Brock Jones and Braden Montgomery. I think they got the freshman player of the year, the Big West or Pac-12 pitcher of the year, and Coach Dave Esker, who's a legend. But first things first, we got Texas State. It's a tough opponent out of Sunbelt.
Yeah, Sunbelt Conference. Texas is another baseball mecca from Texas, Texas Tech, Dallas Baptist, all those schools, etc., etc., etc.
Yes, Sunbelt. 4 teams in regionals, right? Coastal, Louisiana, and Georgia Southern, Texas State. And they can swing it. They got a good guy on the bump today, Zeke Wood. He's going to be a challenge for the Gauchos, but Gauchos can bring the bats. They can swing it pretty well. So we're excited for the challenge.
This is going to be, this is going to be a good one. Hey, thank you for being on.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, Brian.
That is Kevin Cannon, the voice of UC Santa Barbara Gauchos from here at Sunken Diamond Klein Field. Professor B on location at the 2022 Stanford Regional College Baseball for Satellite Digital Media News Network. Welcome back here on Satellite Digital Media. We got Brett Freeman, the voice of the Bobcats of Texas State Baseball at the 2022 regional site here in Palo Alto, Stanford University at Klein Field. We're previewing the second game of that event. Of this regional, and you guys came out of the Sun Belt Conference. Welcome on our show, Brent.
Appreciate that. Very excited to be here for the Bobcats. It's our first trip to a regional since 2011. 11 long years since I last been here, so looking forward to it.
Well, that's the exact 11 long years when my former employee after 24 years at the University of San Francisco last won the West Coast Conference title outright. There was no playoffs, so they got the automatic outright bid to the regional. It was the first ever. They did split with Pepperdine, but they lost 2 out of 3 in the West Coast Conference Championship Series back in 2006. So this was their first full outright title 11 years ago. Unfortunately, they never got a chance to have that reunion because of the COVID restrictions last year. But that's some good. 11 years is a long time.
It really is, but this team has had a remarkable record-setting year. 45 wins is a program record, 26 conference wins and 30 conference games. That's a record. They set a single-season home run record as well. Had the conference player of the year, conference coach of the year, 7 all-conference players. This is a very magical year, and they hope it extends.
That's kind of like a double, triple, double, like in the basketball reference.
Yeah, certainly so. And they hope it extends a little bit further here at the Stanford Regional, but they know this is a very tough regional, very good competition out here in Northern California.
That's right. Stanford is the gold standard. The road to get to Omaha in this part of the country comes through Stanford Cardinal in the Bay Area.
At Stanford, obviously very impressive here today, beating Binghamton, taking care of business 20-7. A team that has now won 17 straight games. This is their regional to lose, and many believe if anybody could take down Tennessee this year, it could be Stanford.
And it's their pitching. They're pitching, and and their last loss, Stanford's last loss was by the St. Mary's Gales over there in Moraga, across the other side of the Bay Area, near going towards Oakland and Berkeley, near not far from 20 minutes from Cal Berkeley. So a lot of baseball teams in this Bay Area: Stanford, USF, Santa Clara, St. Mary's, Cal.
Yeah, so I heard you talking earlier that there's good baseball played in Texas, but we're not
California.
Unfamiliar with California. Great baseball played out here as well.
A lot of tradition, too.
Yeah, certainly so. I mean, there were so many great teams that have made it to Omaha and have won national championships out here.
Yep, and Stanford took that first step. I was doing the statement, and it's just so you guys are on a roll. Hey, thank you for coming on anytime.
I appreciate that, and looking forward to a great tournament.
Thank you very much. That's Brent Freeman, the voice of the Texas State Bobcats from the Sun Belt Conference, reporting you here from Klein Field. Brian Professor B. Davis here at the site of the 2022 Regionals here at Stanford on the Satellite Digital Media News Radio Network.